Hello, let's talking about transmission. What do you prefer? Automatic transmission, manual transmission, or maybe a robot with a double clutch?
Patrick's Garage.
Grab your snack, welcome back. For walking as a driver will be better, yes. Automatic transmission. And I want to explain you why I prefer natural automatic transmission. I know, not transmission with double clutch, which you feel all the time how they shifting, how this clutch works, especially when it starts worn. I worked as a driver with this double clutch transmission, with automatic transmission, with manual transmission, and I want to say that for me, I prefer, yes, it will be strange enough, but I prefer manual transmission for my personal car, and I want to explain you why I prefer automatic transmission for walking car and manual transmission for my own car. You know, all wears out with the age. And my Volvo 140 series with manual transmission can last forever, especially the earlier models with long shifter which goes under the dashboard, and this is a long shifter. I prefer a long shifter. This will be more reliable than this leverage system which goes under the tunnel, goes from the gearbox where was big lever in olden days, but these bushings, this all leverage system wears out. Even manual transmission looks like manual transmission, really dependable transmission, and will never will be work. But this weakest point, this leverage system which goes under the tunnel and goes to the transmission, to the gearbox. So I really hate these things. Not just because this is the room, leg room for passenger side, leg room for driver side. They will decrease this leg room by this tunnel. This is no real reason to install this tunnel for transmission Volvo 140 series since 1972. So, they used this shorter shifter for manual transmission. But let's return to our question: manual transmission, automatic transmission, robot transmission. Yes, with a robot transmission, you can shift your automatic transmission to manual mode if you want. Without clutch, you can shifting these gears, and this will be works in manual mode. For what this was done, probably when you go under the hill, this will be really interesting things, and for towing things will be a good decision. Yes, I'm agree. But for work will be better automatic transmission. If you're driving every day, you prefer natural automatic transmission just because more smoothly. Smoothly, yes. But robot transmission, you can feel what inside this transmission happens. Probably drunk the guy with hammer shifting these gears inside your transmission. I can't explain this in other words, but Volkswagen DSG transmission, correct me, they called so this rubber transmission, and under warranty this smoothness goes away, and I can't understand what was happened with transmission, rubber transmission, double clutch transmission, and you always feels how this transmission shift the gears. So will be better for cars, automatic transmission. Yes, I know. This 10-speed transmissions was done for better gas mileage. For what they need this better gas mileage? For for them, not for you. They want you're reading all this, you learn how better using this rubber transmission, this double clutch transmission, 10-speed automatic transmission for better gas mileage. So you want to buy this car for better gas mileage. But I think old simple automatic transmission will be more better. Yes, overdrive transmission, they're using 10-speed transmission and which transmission for overdrive transmission, couple of 3 speeds, I'm not, can't say exactly how much them. But this overdrive transmission also was done for saving gas mileage. But when we're saying about 140 series, I mean 1972 up, and you want to find this Volvo since 1972, they're not so good with this leverage system, with manual transmission, these bushings, and you have no so pleasure. There is no pleasure like was in olden days transmission, in earlier models transmission, in 60s, 1969, my car, and shifter, this lever, more longer, not just easy to shifting, but they without their play between these old bushings which goes under the tunnel for the shorter shifter. I don't know for what they decided to do to install this central console which between passenger side and driver side. This central console. Yes, now they're using these digital screens on this central console, but in 60s there is no this central console which separates legroom for passenger and legroom for the driver. So without this central console, these cars was especially front-wheel drive cars. Why they install this central console, this shifter between passenger and driver? You can on the steering column install to the steering column this shifter for automatic, for manual transmission also was done this shifter in 140 series in 60s and was as a one unit this bench for the front passenger, for the front seats one bench was, and there is no shifters between passenger and driver. How will be better handling? Yes, when you using your car as a commuting car every day in traffic jams, I really hate these traffic jams. I prefer driving around somewhere in the forest with manual transmission. But yes, when we in the city driving will be better automatic transmission. At least robot transmission, but they're not so reliable. And I want to say that I really hate this robot transmission. I prefer manual transmission rather than robot double clutch transmission, which was, yes, in Germany they doing this double clutch transmissions for their Volkswagens. And yes, I prefer decent, cheap transportation. So, manual transmission will be better in this case. They never can wears out little bit, but they never will be worn completely. This is really reliable was Volvo manual transmission. which I'm using in my cars. In my car from 60s with longer lever, more reliable, and my 1972 140 series with not so long a shifter but a lot of levers, this bushing inside the gearbox, but will be more better, more reliable, earlier lever transmission, but inside the gearbox is exactly the same, so you can replace this cover for the previous models and you can change them, but more better to use this earlier transmission and this lever more longer and more enjoyable to shifting gears. Yes, automatic transmission for city will be better, especially when you're driving each day to work. For commuting car in the city will be better automatic transmission, but manual transmission more reliable. So today we're trying to make more clear vision which transmission will be better for different situations, for different areas in city, in a village. Yes, when you go through traffic jams will be better. Automatic transmission, I think. But what do you prefer for your city, for your area? Automatic transmission or manual transmission? Please let me know in the comments.
Now, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do. Click the subscribe button and notifications bell so that way you can be notified as soon as I upload new videos about car repairing.